What's up, riders? It's the Lano Rider here. In this video, it will be my first trip on the new bike, the 21 Road Glide. I go to see my daughter in Stillwater. I'm actually going to do this video in a couple of parts. This part of the video will be leaving home, traveling down Route 66 eastbound from my house in Amarillo to the Oklahoma border, and making a few stops, showing you how to get there and whatnot. So if that interests you, man, let's check out this video. All right, so right now I'm getting on US 60, also Business 40, which is part of Route 66. Just down that road a little bit, and then you make a right here. This is still Business 40, and one of the original parts of 66. You can also go down a different way that'll take you through the old Air Force Base. Anyways, you see I'm approaching I-40 here. The bridge is under construction, but it really doesn't matter because 40 will follow most of I-40 on the access road. So we go on the north side of the access road. It's part of 66. And here in just a bit, there on the left, that's the Peace Farm. Or Peace Park, I'm sorry. And some peace signs and some other things. And then to stay on 66, you cross over I-40 here and turn left on the south access road. You do this quite a bit through Texas and Oklahoma some, where you're either on the south and then you have to cross over to the north or vice versa. That just kind of is what it is. Right around exit 89, it actually starts to get away from I-40. This is a great little section of 66. In fact, most of through Texas, if you're in a hurry, I would jump on, I would stay on I-40 and get off on the business loops in each town, the I-40 business loop. That'll trace 40. And that'll save you some time if you're going a great long distance. I really wanted to say I have gone down 66. So that's a great little section. We're pulling into Conway here. Not much in Conway, an active Love's, a couple of grain elevators. Love's is right off I-40 there to the left. There's also an old school building. Here's an old little gas station right now. But all of that is on private land. There is on I-40 an old abandoned gas station. And there used to be the Bug Ranch there. And you'll see that in some guides. But just an FYI, the Bug Ranch has been moved to Amarillo by the Big Texan RV Park. So just so you know, some old grain elevators there. Just me enjoying the sights and the wind, and running down 66. Man, the Texas Panhandle, 66. It's pretty flat, straight. I ran probably 65, 70. I think the speed limit was 55 or 60. But again, if you're making a long distance, I'd stop in the little towns for sure, but I would just stick to I-40. Here I am going to Groom, and if you'll see there on the left, there's a giant cross. That is built the largest cross in the Western Hemisphere. It was built in 1995. It's 190 feet tall. It's 19 stories. They also there at the cross have some statues called the Stations of the Cross. It's a great little site. I'll do a video on it sometime. But we're going through Groom here. There's not much in Groom. It's kind of just a little farming community now. But it is cool to see some of the old gas stations and just get the feel of 66 and not being on the interstate. Here in a minute, you're going to see up here on the left, I will certainly point it out, there it is the Leaning Tower of Groom. And that is actually, it was built that way. There's an old abandoned truck stop. It is very neat. It's very leaning. It says Britain on it. That is the Britton family from Groom. Actually, Groom had purchased that to be their water tower, and then they found it was contaminated and they couldn't use it any longer. So the Britton family bought it and used it as a mark for their truck stop. Here we are getting on to I-40. This is the section of I-40 or the 66 where you do have to get on I-40. Now Jericho is in between Groom and Conway. Most of that is on private land. I have not been there because it's dirt roads, but there is some effort there to redo that. Here I am getting off I-40 at the rest stop. This is a Route 66 dedicated rest stop. It was very cool. I'm going to actually walk through here and show it off. So if you are ever between Groom and McLean, this is a great rest stop. So first stop's at this little rest area on I-40, dedicated to Route 66. As you can see, it's kind of set up in the Art Deco 50s style. The Route 66 was conceived in the mid-20s by Oklahoma Highway Commissioner Cyrus Stevens and the U.S. Bureau of Public Roads. The vision was of an all-weather paved highway stretching from densely populated Chicago and the Midwest to the rural West Pacific Ocean. The road began in Grant Park on the shore of Lake Michigan in downtown Chicago and stretched west to Santa Monica Pier, just west of Chicago. And in Texas, that's always a thing. Watch for rattlesnakes. Little roads. Playground for the kids. Crossing cattle country. Between Shamrock and Amarillo, Route 66 cross cattle country where four-wire gates blocked auto traffic. In the 20s, travelers had to stop, open each gate, pass through, and close the gate behind them. From along Route 66. It's pretty cool. Main Street, USA. It's pretty much the sidewalk that looks like Route 66 goes all the way around, and then each park bench has little facts, and I won't show them all to you because then why would you stop here? This looks like, oh, here we go. Yeah, so it's a big map of Texas. Oh no, Los Angeles, Flagstaff. Oh, it's a big map, period. I'll stand on this bench over here and see if I can get it. nice. I'm gonna walk around some more, check it out. Cool little rest stop. Stop if you're eastbound I-40 between Groom and Alanreed. Okay, so we leave the rest stop here and jump back on I-40. I've done some videos in this area before. There's actually another rest stop going the other way that's a great rest stop. It kind of rests on the edge of the high plains, or the Llano Estacado, where I get the name. Actually, we're just passing it here to the left. Good rest stop as well if you're going westbound. So anyways, you can get some good shots here coming off the high plains. Call it the Llano Estacado for the high walls, or it's one of the theories anyways. But here we exit I-40. We're getting back on 66. This is Alanreed. Not much left in Alanreed. There's you're gonna see coming up here on the right a gas station that's partly restored. That's pretty neat. Old churches. It is a really neat ride kind of through here. It gets a little bit away from I-40 a little bit. And here's that gas station. And it was kind of pretty. A lot of trees right here in Alanreed, but a couple old abandoned ones. I didn't stop too much. I would like to do another trip through here and see what buildings I can check without getting shot. We stay here at this stop sign. We stay on the south side of the access roads. We're heading towards McLean now. Here we are, still on the southbound side now at this stop sign. We're going to make a left. Actually, I missed this turn. I wasn't paying attention to my GPS, so I went back, spun around so I could get a good shot. But we make a left here. We go over the overpass and back on the north side access road as we start to get into McLean. A lot of people don't like the views up here in the Panhandle. I do. I mean, you can see forever. There's definitely a certain kind of beauty to it. It's a hard part of the world to live in for sure. It's cold and hot and has it all. But here we're getting into McLean. This is going to be Business 40, which is part of 66. Actually, this would have been in Texas. This was the last part of the last town in Texas that got bypassed. There's a Quanah Parker arrow up here to the right. I've put on here before. A lot of neat stuff in McLean. There's an old 66 station we're going to see here in a bit. Actually, I'm going to make a left here at this old Texaco station, and I'll go back to 66. I thought I had done a video on this. I guess not. I did do a short, but it was right when I first started, and did not realize I had set it for private. So I will, actually there are several rides I like to do that take me through McLean. So there's that first 66 in Texas. They redid it. It's a really cool gas station. There's also the McLean Alanreed Museum here. A lot of information about the town. Also, there was a German POW camp here in McLean during World War II. There on the left is the Devil Rope and Old 66 Museum. Very cool. They have some stuff in there from Alanreed as well. Used to be an old clothing factory. But here we are on the 66 leaving McLean. It's actually 4 lanes, 2 lanes this way, 2 lanes on the other side there. A lot of abandoned buildings. There's a lot of work going on in McLean now to kind of tap into the 66, some old buildings getting done. Here's where it merges back together. That's the exit for I-40. We're going to stay on the northbound side of I-40, which is the old 66. Which will change here shortly. We're going to hit this stop sign, make a right, go back over the overpass, make a left, and we're on the southbound access road, which is part of the Amarillo 66. In between, here on the southbound side, you will see some sections of concrete, and those are part of the original 66 from my understanding. You get a lot of sections of that between the Oklahoma-Texas border and Shamrock. A lot of concrete there. I-40 is pretty straight. You can go fast. You do get some breaks when you get to the overpass, kind of some turns, but really all in all, it's a pretty straight shot. So that is one nice thing about being on the access road. I can get some turns in there, and I can wave at some farmers going by. There's concrete, and then it turns to asphalt again. My Uncle Dick had actually it was my dad's uncle. We all called him Uncle Dick. A little piece of property. Don't know if it made the cut, but it's right off the access road here. Remember going there a few times as a child. But we are headed towards Shamrock. Get a lot more trees around Shamrock. Yeah, I think that's old Uncle Dick's place right there. I could be wrong. It's been so many years. But, yeah, you'll see the Shamrock exit here coming up. And it'll turn into a 4-lane 66. And Shamrock's an interesting place. A lot of old gas stations. They're being used. I actually will, here in just a little bit, when we get into town, I'll make a right off of 66. There was an old Magnolia gas station that's been redone that I haven't seen, haven't stopped at. So I'll stop there. But at that turn, there's a 4-way, and you'll see it here. And then when I'm headed back to 66, the old, there it is, the Conoco station. You'll hear me talk about having a video up on it. That station there was, it's very neat, all neoned. I'll talk about it here when I stop in a minute a little bit. I thought I had a video on it, I don't. So I'll make a trip back up to Shamrock and get some more video of that. So we're off 66. We're kind of headed downtown right now. Well, this is downtown. Neat old city. We're going to make a left here. We'll be going to that little park right there. Why don't you kind of talk about, and then the Magnolia station here. So let's stop and check that out, and I'll catch up with you guys here in just a bit. Facebook, but pretty neat. I haven't been to this station. I've been to the other one, which we'll drive by. I've got it's on one of my other videos. This is a pretty neat Shamrock Main Street. That picture, all sorts of little goodies in there. fire truck. Boy, how would you like to run calls in that, huh? Really state of the art at this time. Pioneer West Museum there. I'll have to come back by here sometime and spend a windmill. I'd like to do a little windmill in my backyard. Just a little miniature one with a pond. Oh, while we're looking at it, Shamrock well tower is supposed to be the tallest in Texas. Didn't know that. Learned that in that Route 66 book. So that is, if you're going to do 66, that's always the way to go. That's a great book. No, I'm probably not. The Blarney Stone. I've watched some documentaries on it. But Irish folklore says you'll never be at a loss for words after kissing the Blarney Stone, also known as the Stone of Elegance. Here in Shamrock, Texas, some of our locals swear their luck changed for better after kissing this section of the Blarney Castle stone here at Shamrock Blarney Stone Plaza. So I guess this is the stone. I guess we should kiss it, huh? Let me pull off my helmet. Alright. There we go, kissed. Who knows what kind of diseases I have now. Hopefully that'll give me good luck on my trip. Get this helmet back on and get to the bike and get rolling. Shamrock's a pretty cool town. They have St. Patty's Day, they have a big parade. But yeah, anyways, I guess that's Shamrock. We're not going to stop at the other gas station. I have it on other videos. It's the one that inspired I think the cafe, or maybe the gas station in the cartoon Cars, the first one. So it's a very neat place. You drop in, little nice little cafe to eat. I've eaten lunch there before. But Shamrock, it's a pretty cool little stop. If I didn't have so far to go today, I'd probably spend a little longer here. But we're gonna get moving. All right, guys. So left that Magnolia station, went back north on Main. I'm turning right here on 66. This is the Conoco station that inspired some the things in the Cars cartoon. But so we're going back down Business 40. Now, just an FYI, if you do want to check that out, that old Magnolia station, it is on the corner of Madden Street and 2nd, and then the Blarney Stone is Main and 2nd. So anyhow, we're running back down the highway. This is the access road of the highway. This is the southbound access in between Shamrock and Oklahoma. This section, in fact, we're fixing to jump on some here, has a lot of the original concrete 66. That's it here. If you are riding your bike down that, be careful. I did have to swerve once or twice to miss chunks of concrete that have come out. This is not a bad little run. It is very flat, but it's nice. Here I am. We're getting close to the Oklahoma border here. As it sweeps to the right, it turns back into the 4-lane Route 66. And then I can't remember if we got a good welcome to Oklahoma. It definitely wasn't a big welcome to Oklahoma sign. But there was kind of, best I remember, a little break in the asphalt where it became Texas's problem or Oklahoma's problem in this instance. But right at Texola here, you're definitely in Oklahoma. And yeah, just kind of pretty right here as you're pulling into town. And I'm definitely in Oklahoma at this point. This is Texas. So like I said, guys, this was a good part of the trip. Part 2 will be I'm not sure if it's going to be from the Texas-Oklahoma border all the way to Stillwater. I kind of hope it will be, but I'm trying to keep the videos in somewhere in between the 25 minutes, no more than 30-minute range. So it'll just kind of depend on how much footage I got and how much good footage I got. So at any rate, this was a great ride. Look, if you're going down 66, I don't care eastbound or westbound. Like I said in the video, unless you just want to be able to say you have driven down Route 66, actual Route 66, my suggestion is stay on I-40. Once you get to the small towns, going westbound or going from west to east, Shamrock, McLean, Alanreed, Groom, Conway, of course Amarillo, Claude, Vega, and then Glen Rio. Sticking down I-40 and taking the business loops to check out those towns, that's going to be the fastest way to do it. I just wanted to be able to say myself and the tires from my bike have gone down as much of the original Route 66 as I can. So at any rate, I would definitely, though, between Conway and Amarillo, I went over it in the video, where it kind of goes away from I-40, I'd take that route for sure. And then even from Shamrock into Texola, that's a good ride to stay off of I-40 as well. But at any rate, let's rate this ride.
Brother.
All right, 4 out of 5 brothers. It was a good ride. I like the old towns. I love the old gas stations. And I'll do some more videos in the future where I stop at some of them more. I just had a long ride. This is usually about a 6-hour ride from Amarillo to Stillwater. But with me going down Route 66 and making the stops that I did, it was 9 hours before I got there. So, yeah, it was a long day. So that's part of the reason, too, I'm breaking these videos up in 2 videos. So next video, we'll be leaving Texola, and we'll see how far we get. So stay tuned for that. As always, guys, if you like my content, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and a like. Watch some of my shorts. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Hope to see you out there on the road and ride safe.